I will now call the September 19, 2016 Blue Springs City Council meeting to order. If you would stand with me, observe a moment of silence, and I will lead you in the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. I want to welcome you in attendance as well as those that might be watching on Cable TV 7 to tonight's City Council meeting. Next, we have the consent agenda. Are there items that need to pull? If not, I accept a motion for approval.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
The roll call, please.
Councilman Clavell?
Aye.
Councilman Levesey?
Aye.
Councilman Fowler?
Aye.
Councilman Carter?
Aye.
Councilman Edmondson?
Aye.
Councilman Culpepper?
Aye.
Mayor Ross?
Aye.
Carried unanimously.
Next, we have a public hearing on the 2016 property tax levy. Ms. Gates.
Mayor, the city has the
Oh.
following exhibit.
I'm trying to get ahead of myself.
The Mayor, the city has the following exhibit to enter into the record. City Council information form with attachments, notice of 2016 preliminary aggregate assessed valuation, affidavit of publication of notice of public hearing in the Examiner on August 25, 2016, and bill number 4438. This is all we have to offer for the record.
That gave you warning for Ms. Kate to be prepared and ready to go.
Thank you. The proposed bill for setting the 2016 property tax levy includes a request to set the property tax levy at the same rate that was adopted in 2015, which was or is 57.81 cents per $100 of assessed valuation. 2016 was not a reassessment year, so generally speaking, there are a few adjustments to the property values assessed by the county, and that's the justification for leaving the rate at the same level. Since the preparation of these documents for tonight's meeting, we received the final assessed valuation from the county on Friday, and it was dated September 12th. The only significant change from the preliminary numbers include an increase in new construction of $9.6 million due to the addition of St. Mary's Hospital to the tax rolls for 2016. The sale of St. Mary's was finalized in February of 2015, and so it didn't meet the deadline to be added to the 2015 tax rolls, so it was added to the 2016. It comes on as new construction because it had never been a taxable property before.
Are there any questions, Ms. Gates?
Yes, sure.
Yes, Councilman Fowler.
Yes, in the published notice in the paper, we got a copy of that in our packet. It said that both the 2015 and 2016, including the 15-cent general obligation bond, was 7489.7489.
You're correct. I'm sorry. When I gave you the 0.57.81, that was just the general fund tax levy,
Right.
and with the 15 cents on top of that, it's a 7281.
But I guess my question is that 7489 is what's in the paper, but in the ordinance it's 7281.
Okay, it's a 7281 is the.
If you bring it up there, yeah.
Yeah. That may be based on the, when we send it to the county in April for their preliminary, they send it out with the tax bills, and when they do assessments, we do an estimate of that, and so that might be the number that was in there. But it's the 7281.
In the paper then? Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the lower of the two numbers, so I'll go with that. That sounds good.
Any other?
Sorry about that, Aaron. We'll
yeah,
make
there
sure
it is
that's
there.
correct. This is the correct ordinance.
7281.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, like I say, the paper was just a page up or so.
Let's see, is it up?
Yeah. That's at 7489.
Yeah. That's the number we sent to the county back in April. So we wait till we get the final numbers, and then the actual number is this. So thanks for catching that.
Okay. Good. Thank you.
Any other questions or comments? Seeing none, we'll go to the public. Is there anyone in the audience like to speak in support of? In support of? In opposition to? Opposition to? We'll close this public hearing. Anyone like to introduce it?
I'll introduce it, Your Honor.
It's a tie. Pick your choice.
First reading of Bill, excuse me. First reading of Bill number 4438, an ordinance establishing property tax levy for 2016.
Move the bill be approved on its first reading and proceed with the second.
Is there a second?
Second.
Discussion? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Same sign?
Second reading of Bill number 4438, an ordinance establishing the property tax levy for 2016.
Move the bill be approved on its second reading and assign the appropriate ordinance
Is there
number.
a second?
Second.
Discussion? Roll call?
Councilman Levesey?
Aye.
Councilman Fowler?
Aye.
Councilman Carter?
Aye.
Councilman Edmondson?
Aye.
Councilman Culpepper? Aye. Councilman Quavell?
Aye.
Mayor Ross?
Aye.
Carried unanimously, given ordinance number 4611.
Next, we have a public hearing on rezoning contractor storage.
Mayor, the city has the following exhibit to enter into the record. City Council information form with attachments, Planning Commission staff report with attachments, site location map, site aerial map, rezoning site plan, affidavit of publication in the Examiner on August 27, 2016, application with attachments, letter of authorization, proof of ownership, 185-foot notification map, names and addresses of property owners within 185 feet of site, copy of letter sent to said property owners, Title IV Land Use Section, Blue Springs Code of Ordinances by reference, 2014 Comprehensive Plan by reference, and Bill number 4439. This is all we have to offer for the record.
Thank you, Ms. Allen, on behalf of the city.
Thank you, Your Honor, and members of the council. Again, before this evening is a request to rezone 3 properties located along Southwest South Avenue. The applicant, Mr. Clay Swope, is looking to rezone, as you see here on the map, from the current T3 suburban downtown zoning district to T5, which is urban center downtown zoning district. They're looking to do that in order to expand the existing warehouse residential storage use on essentially on 2 of the 3 properties currently. The property itself in total is about 1.6 acres. It does back up to the existing railroad line as well, and that was some of the rationale for bringing this property back into more of a higher density in terms of commercial and light industrial type use in the downtown zoning district, which is the T5. As you can see, there is light industrial to the south side of the railroad tracks, and this area was previously zoned light industrial prior to the Downtown Master Plan, Downtown Development Code back in 2007. So it is currently legal non-conforming, and this would bring it back into a more conforming use with the T5 designation. I should also note that with the applicant's proposed use, additional approvals would be necessary. Primarily those would be at the Planning Commission level, including conditional use permit, site plan design review, and preliminary plat. However, would be a final plat that would be necessary as well, which would come before this body as well. Now, the Planning Commission did recommend approval, and it's before you here this evening. Stand for any questions.
Any questions, Ms. Allen? Seeing
Did
none?
this also go before the
Yes.
Downtown Review Board?
Yes, thank you, Councilman Culpepper. Yes, it did go before the Downtown Review Board. They also recommended approval as well.
Ms. Side? Anybody? Councilman Bowles?
Yeah, notice that we sent out notice to the property owners within 185 feet, and did anybody show up at the Planning Commission?
That's a good question, Councilman. I don't believe so.
Okay.
Nobody spoke in favor or against, apart from the applicant and his representative.
Any other questions, Ms. Allen? Seeing now, would the applicant like to come forward and make any comments, or just kind of sit and chill?
Might answer questions, I'll come out, but
Okay, well, we won't have you come up and be sworn in. We'll just...
it's pretty comfortable here.
Okay. Anyone in the audience like to speak in support of? In support of? Opposition to? Opposition to? Close this public hearing. Anyone like to introduce it?
I'll introduce it, Your Honor.
Okay.
First reading of Bill Number 4439, an ordinance rezoning property from T3 Suburban to T5 Urban Center.
Move the bill be approved on its first reading and proceed with the second.
Is there a second?
Second.
Discussion? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign.
Second reading of Bill Number 4439, an ordinance rezoning property from T3 Suburban to T5 Urban Center.
Move the bill be approved on its second reading and assign the appropriate ordinance number.
Is there a second?
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Councilman Levesey?
Aye.
Councilman Fowler?
Aye.
Councilman Carter?
Aye.
Councilman Edmondson?
Aye.
Councilman Culpepper?
Aye.
Councilman Quabell?
Aye.
Mayor Ross?
Aye.
Carried unanimously, given ordinance number 4612.
Next, we have introduction and reading of Bill 4440.
I introduce it, Your Honor.
Okay.
First reading of Bill Number 4440, an ordinance approving final plat for Adams Point Village PRO second plat.
Move the bill be approved on its first reading and proceed with the second.
Second?
Second.
Discussion? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign.
Second reading of Bill Number 4440, an ordinance approving final plat for Adams Point Village PRO second plat.
Move the bill be approved on its second reading and assign the appropriate ordinance number.
Second?
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Councilman Fowler?
Aye.
Councilman Carter?
Aye.
Councilman Edmondson?
Aye.
Councilman Culpepper?
Aye.
Councilman Quabell?
Aye.
Councilman Levesey?
Aye.
Mayor Ross?
Aye.
Carried unanimously, given ordinance number 4613.
Next, we have introduction and reading of Bill 4441.
I introduce it, Your Honor.
Okay.
First reading of Bill Number 4441, an ordinance amending the fiscal year 2015-16 annual budget of the City of Blue Springs, Missouri.
Move the bill be approved on its first reading and proceed with the second.
Is there a second?
Second.
Discussion? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign.
Second reading of Bill Number 4441, an ordinance amending the fiscal year 2015-16 annual budget of the City of Blue Springs, Missouri.
Move the bill be approved on its second reading and assign the appropriate ordinance number.
Is there a second?
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Councilman Carter?
Aye.
Councilman Edmondson?
Aye.
Councilman Culpepper?
Aye.
Councilman Quabell?
Aye.
Councilman Levesey?
Aye.
Councilman Fowler?
Aye.
Mayor Ross?
Aye.
Carried unanimously, given ordinance number 4614.
Next, introduction and reading of Bill 4442.
I introduce it, Your Honor.
First reading of Bill Number 4442, an ordinance amending Title I of the Code of Ordinances, City of Blue Springs, Missouri by adopting a new Article 5 to add Sections 120.210 through and including Sections 120.260 to establish the Economic Development Council.
Move the bill be approved on its first reading and proceed with the second.
Is there a second? Second. Discussion? Roll. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign.
Second reading of Bill Number 4442, an ordinance amending Title I of the Code of Ordinances, City of Blue Springs, Missouri by adopting a new Article 5 to add Sections 120.210 through and including Section 120.260 to establish the Economic Development Council.
Move the bill be approved on its second reading and assign the appropriate ordinance
Is there
number.
a second?
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Councilman Edmondson?
Aye.
Councilman Culpepper?
Aye.
Councilman Quabell?
Aye.
Councilman Levesey?
Aye.
Councilman Fowler?
Aye.
Councilman Carter?
Aye.
Mayor Ross?
Aye.
Carried unanimously, given ordinance number 4615.
Next, we will have a motion to approve the appointment to the Blue Springs Economic Development Council. We have one member on the list that's present, former council member Lyle Schaefer, and Councilman Susan Culpepper will remain as the council liaison.
So moved, Your Honor.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Next, the moment we all have been waiting for, the presentation by Downtown Alive. Cindy, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Mayor and members of the council, for letting me talk to you tonight. Will this just click, or is there a... Should I be over there?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
It's fine. Advance this
Oh,
way.
this is much better.
There you go.
Thank you. Oh, I don't even have to... Come here. And so click. Okay, again, sorry for the delay. Thank you so much for letting me speak to you tonight. I'm always excited to talk about Downtown Alive. I think we have a great group of people, so I thought it was time to update you on kind of where we've been and where we're headed. So how did we get started in all this? Really remember back in 2011. It doesn't seem like it's been that long ago, but we had our presentation from Missouri Main Street, and we moved forward with our affiliate grant. And we received that affiliate grant back in August of 2011. At that time, we were told by a lot of people that we would fail. Nobody wants to be downtown, and We were told we were wasting our time. We applied anyway, and we moved forward. So we were really proud of that. We went to the 4-point approach. That's Missouri Main Street's plan, and we've really stuck through that over the years. Organization, economic restructuring, design and promotions. We each have teams. We have regular monthly meetings, and we try to stay on task with our action plans, and that's really worked well for us. Just in case you don't remember what Main Street looked like back in 2011, here we are. This is where we were, and again, you will fail. We've tried this before. No one wants to be downtown. And my favorite is, where is downtown Blue Springs? A lot of people don't know. So there's some more pictures of our pre-2011 downtown. There's a view of one of the lots at 12th Street north of Main, and of course the depot when it was still located down by the railroad tracks. Here's some of those same buildings today, 12th Street north of Main, and then the depot now in Central Park, all restored and almost ready to be open for business. And then for that, we won the 2013 Outstanding Affiliate Community Award using our 4-point approach and our placemaking ideas just after 2 years in the program. So we kind of felt like we must be doing something right. That was a huge competition within the state of Missouri. We were the first community to ever receive that award. It was a brand new award, and they created that award because we accomplished so much in such a short period of time. So that's a huge accomplishment for us. Our first order of business, we needed to come up with something that would spark investment in the downtown district. So the biggest thing was the renovation by the Americas Community Bank building and the city's community development block grant funding, and that really did it. For that, we all won that Outstanding Public Partner Award. It was a huge investment from the bank owner, Mr. Condren, and a huge partnership with the city. We're very grateful for that, and we think it really kind of paved the way for some interest into the downtown district. And by the way, we saved some of that aluminum for a future use. We didn't know what yet. And there we are in St. Louis in 2014 receiving our Outstanding Public Partner Award. We had city representation, our board representation, and bank representation. So that was a big deal for us. A couple of new restaurants will always bring people downtown, so we were fortunate enough that Brewers Sports Bar and Grill was interested in locating in the district. And Pizza Shop, they moved off of 7 Highway into the downtown district, into their space. Brewers opened in 2013. They have just recently renovated their second story into their personal residence, so that's a big deal to have some building owners live in their own building and just be upstairs from their business. So that's kind of an exciting thing for us. They've taken advantage of some of the incentive tools that you councilmen made available to them. And then the Pizza Shop made about a $250,000 plus or minus investment into their space. They opened in 2014, and they're working on their rooftop to be opening sometime in the near future, hopefully. And there's Brewers before and after the renovation, and here they are today. It's really turned out to be a wonderful space, quite a big difference. And then there's Pizza Shop before and after. That's during the renovation stage, and the other pictures when they're open. We've thought we needed some colorful banners, so we have some different banners. We share the banner locations with the chamber. There's some By Blue Springs banners and some Fall Fun Fest banners. We put up some patriotic banners for the 4th of July and also for the Spirit of America. That kind of worked well with the chamber's theme. So a great partnership there. We've got some winter banners in the works now, so tie in with our snowman that we put up on an annual basis. And a big thing for our downtown district was parking. There was always a complaint of the downtown merchants, patrons to the downtown merchants. We had a lot of comments about we can't move our business downtown until there's more parking. There's no place to park down here. So at that same time, the city needed to increase the public safety building, do that renovation project. And so thankfully, the city worked with downtown businesses and business owners and property owners to create this great parking spaces. And we appreciate that you did that. We recognize that that was a huge investment by the city, and it really made a difference to us for having people come down and have a place to park. Now we have about 160 parking places and 9 handicap parking places, and we don't hear any complaints anymore, so thank you for that. And then where will we sit? We've always tried to promote walkability and a healthier lifestyle, so we thought we needed to, in our holistic plan, come up with some benches and some waste receptacles to place along Main Street. So we put 4 benches out. We've just recently installed 2 more this past summer in Central Park. They're long flat benches with the waste receptacles beside those. And the city was kind enough to help us get those installed and maintain those for us. We have our music speaker system installed, and so as you're walking along Main Street, it's kind of delightful when you hear some decent music. We have a lot of good music. And the bike racks. This was another wonderful partnership. We're so fortunate to have so many partnerships within our community. Our design team approached John Pennington, who's the owner of the Bike Stop, and he designed and fabricated and manufactured these bike racks from start to finish and donated them to us. So that was a value of about almost $4,400, and we saved 2 of those and placed them in Central Park beside our new benches. So that looks really nice. It was huge for downtown. The city's commitment to downtown has been a wonderful thing for us. We recognize it and we appreciate it. We nominated ourselves for an award in 2015, and you all remember we won the Streetscape and Public Space Improvements Award, had this wonderful dedication ceremony, and a lot of people came out, so that was a lot of good publicity for downtown to let people know in the community that it's not just for the downtown district, it's for the whole community, and I think people are starting really to recognize that more and more. And it was our planned placemaking really that allowed us to win that award. And then just this past year, 2015, we were elevated to the associate community level. It usually takes about 8 years to reach that status. We reached it in 4. And there's only one other community within the state that's at that level, and that's Excelsior Springs. There are 6 cities at the next level, the highest level, which is an accredited community, and those cities have been within the Missouri Main Street program for 20 to 25 years. So for us to be where we are, it's we feel like we're very fortunate to have such a great group of volunteers and such great partnerships and backing from our city to help us get where we are today. And so we think we're building the future of downtown using a holistic approach, using our focus on placemaking and trying to create a destination for the community. And by the way, there's 140 communities that are entering the program this year in an aspiring status. So I think Missouri Main Street staff might have to grow a little. And then there's our art projects. Our Life Force was the art project that was installed this past November in 2015, using the steel that we saved from the water tower that we convinced Eric to let us have a few pieces of that while it was being torn down. So we didn't know what we were going to do with it, but we partnered with the Public Art Commission and put out a big call to artists, and we ended up with this wonderful piece, and it's placed in Central Park, 100% paid for. Dandy Bloom was installed in February 2016 by Jake Balcom, who's a Kansas City, Missouri artist, and that used the steel or the aluminum from the bank building, and that turned out to be a really nice piece too, right there on 10th and Main. A great partnership from the Public Art Commission, the Blue Springs Art League, and many people who have donated to that project. We're still trying to get some donations and get names on our dedication plaque. We have paid for it, we being Downtown Alive, from our general funds, but we need to replenish our funds. So that's our big push now, is to try to raise funds for our Remnants Restored art project. And once again, we nominated ourselves for an award because we think we deserve it, and we won it. So we went to Missouri Main Street Conference this year in St. Louis again, and there we are getting our Creating Creative Place Award in July of 2016. So that was a pretty big accomplishment, another great partnership as always. So there we all are. And then just a few of the businesses. Genevieve's, that's a business that moved off of 7 Highway into the downtown district, renovated a cool space. Shooter's Mart's a brand new business that had a grand opening in there, doing very well. So we're really happy to have them here, as we are with all of our businesses that have either relocated or opened up. We have a lot of fun events. We had a great Corks and Canvas event this past June. We had about 2,500 people. We don't really know for sure. It's kind of hard to track that, but we think about 2,500 people in the downtown district. We've got the car cruises go on in our district every second Saturday, so we've come up with a second Saturday event of our own to kind of play off of the car cruise, and that began in August. So we have vendors and crafts makers on Oak Street, and that's been quite a success. Coming up is our chili lunch that's in October, so we'll be talking about selling tickets for that. And then our holiday open house with our sleigh again, and of course Piccadilly Gala next March, which is our major fundraiser. And then we have the downtown incentive booklet. It was nice that you listened to some of the suggestions that we heard from different people about funding and investment tools. So we have this great book that's been a good marketing tool for us. All the tools that are available in one nice brochure. And then our mural project, that was a partnership with the Blue Springs High Schools that came from a grant from Truman Heartland Community Foundation. We were able to get permission from 4 building owners to place murals on their buildings, and the school district wanted us to come up with some themes to give the students some direction. And so we came up with water, transportation, education, and iconic structures, and the school district and the students ran with this and made some beautiful artwork that we have to display in our downtown district. And then our Little Free Library partnership, we've got 4 or 5 little free libraries in our downtown district, and they've been really successful. People really like them, and so we thought we might take those out into the community and kind of help some of the other students and the schools. So we thought we would place 14 little free libraries in front of each of the elementary schools. So we've applied for a grant with Truman Heartland. We're waiting to hear the results. Hopefully we'll get that grant, but it's going to be a partnership with the school district and their construction management students to promote literacy not only in our downtown district but all throughout the city. So we're excited for that next project. We thought we'd let those different schools figure out how they wanted to design and decorate their libraries, and then we've been working with local bookstores on how to stock those books and those libraries initially with books if we end up getting that grant. And then I just thought if you haven't seen the murals, I thought I'd put some of these pictures in here. This Adams Dairy Farm represents the iconic structures that's placed on Inkling's bookstore building. The next one is the Burris Mill. That's representing the water, and that's on the building where Shooters March located there at the municipal lot. The Sunnyside School represents education, and that is on the bike stop building at the entrance to the downtown district on 40 Highway and 10th Street. And then the next mural is the Day Train, which represents transportation, and that's on the print graphics building, which is kind of a northerly entrance into the district off of R.D. Mize. So we thought we kind of strategically tried to place those to bring everyone into the district. We recently had a town hall meeting in June, and some of the top wish list items that we are interested in establishing a community improvement district to provide a steady funding source. We realize that we can't really continue to rely on donations from people, so we think that's an important thing for us to do. We need financial support. Being a volunteer-driven organization, we don't have any other sources for funding, so that's going to be huge for us. We're working on that. We know we need to attract more retail to the district, so we work hard to try to do that and have some of the tools like the downtown incentive booklet for marketing. And then people are interested in having outdoor meeting spaces, green gathering spaces, so we're looking into some kind of a park or something like that. These things we're trying to do to support our small businesses and the entrepreneurs of our community, because that's kind of what downtown is, really. It's the perfect place for not the big box stores necessarily, but the little entrepreneurs who it's a perfect fit for our downtown district. Some of our future ideas, these are renderings from an intern that we had this summer. He's an architect student, and he's away at school now, but that was pretty impressive for us to have our first intern. It's pretty exciting. So he drew up some gateway to the downtown district drawings. That's always been something that's identified in many of the planning documents. We've always talked about having a nice gateway to the downtown district, so that's something that our CID funds could be used for. A few additional wish list items. We know we need better signage that leads the way, points the way to the downtown district and the business district. So those are some examples of just some sample signs. Wider sidewalks would be nice to have. Our sidewalks are pretty narrow. We had a hard time placing our park benches because of the ADA compliant requirements with the sidewalks. So maybe rather than tear out all the sidewalks and start over, we just add brick and make them wider that way and have parallel parking. Just an idea. It might be a little bit less expensive, but something we're thinking about. And then we have some other revitalization necessary for the building that still has the aluminum. That's a big empty space. So he did a rendering of a growing wall, maybe instead of the expense of taking the aluminum off and restoring the brick, and maybe you just have some of this greenery growing on the facade. I don't know how that would work here, but it kind of looks nice, so it's just an idea. So we feel like we're on the right track. We've had at least 8 businesses relocating to the downtown district from strip mall locations. 13 new businesses have opened and now called downtown home. And the people that have relocated here tell me that they've increased their staff by 50%, which is a big important thing for our community, decreased their overhead by 34% in the form of loan and lease payments. And that's a big number for those people that have moved into their new spaces, and increased their sales by 50%. So it's, win-win for them. We have one space, Genevieve's, that has 24 or maybe more now, 24 or 25 artisans that have their goods in her store, which is a wonderful avenue for them to be able to sell their things where they might not otherwise have a location to do so. And then we have one store that takes things in on consignment, which is pretty nice to have too. 1.7 million in CDBG funds invested, and we realized that over the last 9 years. We realized that's huge for the community, huge for our district, and we appreciate that. We know that the public safety building was a huge investment for the city and could have been moved elsewhere in the city had it not been for the gathering of the parking lots and making all that happen. So we recognize that how important that was to our district. I think it was kind of make or break us possibly. We try to do our part. We have tracked about 2,200 volunteer hours, which equates to about $48,000 in service dollars. So we have, like I said, we have a lot of good support and a lot of people who participate, and we appreciate your support. And maybe some of these guys could stand up. These are some of our Downtown Alive friends. We brought our awards. I don't know if you all have seen them in person, but we brought them. We thought you might want to see them. So 5 or 6 years, 4 awards, not too bad. So again, thank you for your support, and I'd be glad to answer any questions if you have any.
Are there any questions or comment from Councilman Culpepper, since you were on most of those photos?
I'm glad you said that, because it's interesting to see the hairstyle change. Cindy, by the way, congratulations on all the work and effort that you all do downtown. I know you've got a key group of people that really work hard to pull this off. And it's nice to see that you're open to new ideas. The second Saturday deal with the car show, I think that's a great idea. I think that's something that, though it starts out small, I think that can really grow. So it's really exciting to be part of that downtown, because I am a downtown merchant. So it's really good to see this thing come about.
Thank you.
Any other comments?
Yeah, Your Honor. I just want to congratulate you all on your excellent work too. Watching this come together has really been exciting, and your comments at the beginning about this can't be done, we've tried over and over again. I mean, all the things that people do to keep things from happening, not because that's their intent, but because they just have given up. And the fact that you guys have made this actually work is really exciting. So thank you for your hard work.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Seeing no one else, Downtown Alive.
Thank you.
On the move.
Yes.
And on the right track.
Thank you.
Thank you. That brings us to Mayoral announcements. I will continue to say that I'm sick and tired of all the killings, whether that be terrorists, drive-by, or drunken drivers. One of the latest casualties in this is a Johnson County, Kansas deputy sheriff sitting in his car, hit by a drunk driver, and I think they just had his funeral over the weekend and transported his body back to Oklahoma. Speaking of awards, Downtown Alive has received a number of awards, and so have we continue to receive awards at City Hall. This past week, the MML presented an innovation award for the field house. I think this is the second, if not third, award we've gotten for the field house already, and I know we've gotten awards for this particular building. So all the hard work and effort by everyone involved is rewarding us with recognition of those things. And so at the conference this past week, Dennis was able to come down, and Eric was there, and Mayor Pro Tem Chris Levacy, and so we received that on behalf of the city. The 3CMA Savvy Award for our internal employee newsletter, and thanks to Kim and Asia for that. The City Beat newsletter was also awarded the Excellence Award at the 3CMA Awards, and this is a national competition. So winning is a big deal. And so we're just proud to be able to be recognized for the things that we're doing here in the great city of Blue Springs, on the move and on the right track. That brings me to thoughts to ponder. Tonight's comes from Thomas Edison, and I quote, "There is no substitute for hard work," end quote. Don't have any visitors' appearance forms, so we'd accept a motion to adjourn.
So moved, Your
Is there
Honor.
a second?
Second.
All in favor, aye. Opposed, same sign. We adjourn.